Y'all already know what time it is. Token and Ren dropped the visuals to What Does Your Love Look Like. Definitely did the audio reaction to it, but with visuals, sometimes you get a better understanding. And we're here to support Token and Ren 100%. It's what we're here for. And they make great music on top of that. But I love seeing visuals to audio that we've heard because, like I said, sometimes you might understand it better. And it's a deep record. So shout out to Token and Ren. Let's get to the visuals of What Does Your Love Look Like. Alright. What's it starting with? We are the products of what we see. Woo! Let that sink in your goddamn brain for a minute. We are the products of what we see. What we see as children is mostly is how we're gonna act out, and we might not even know why. So let's get right to it. That's a strong message already in the beginning.
I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love?
I didn't even know Ren did the guitar scheme for this record, so that's crazy. I know he does a lot of instruments, and I just didn't know it was him on the guitar. And shout out to Chris Webby for letting these two gentlemen use his freaking mansion. I'm gonna call it that. I haven't been there, but it's a mansion. When I react to Chris Webby and he did the video in the arcade room, super jealous. Nah, not super jealous, but like that's always like what you envisioned as a kid what your arcade would look like. He did it. He did it. So shout out to Chris Webby for being a real one, letting these gentlemen, fuck around in the house and shoot this video. So shout out to him.
Like, what does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? As much as I do wanna love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment.
We're speaking two different languages. Your house was gated, mine was instigated. Damn.
Wanna love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment we feel safer in. You thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you, like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load off. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up
I look at my manager, he gonna teach me how to be a good rapper instead of a man. Damn.
I still look to my
And I guess the date that he's saying that, I don't know, I think that his parents split that day. And it was just like, yo,
manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should.
You hear that depth of that?
But I on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta mama's dresser gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just.
He's like, yo, this is what I gotta tell you. This is why I'm not right for you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm the way I am. I'm not right for you. All this shit that I seen growing up and this pain that I felt inside, it explains it. Let me tell you why.
You don't gotta hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we?
You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? We are the product of what we see. As he's telling you right there, we are the product of what we see.
I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not right for you, but I won't.
Whoa, super cinematic. Right when Ren's going in, Token looks at him like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a conversation. You know they had a conversation about this, and they exchanged these stories of their childhood, and then putting it on paper, going into a studio, actually saying these words, going through that microphone, hit super different for them because they're talking about something that is difficult to talk about, shit that you hold in. Basically, you hold in because as you're growing up, you don't know that you're supposed to let this shit out. So this is crazy. I love the cinematic shit.
What does your love look like?
Watch.
I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that is colour my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your crib?
Look at Token. Token's like, man, that's fucking deep, dude. You gonna make me cry right here, right now in my own video, man?
For you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that is colour my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your crib tonight? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real. Cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me, pressure of safety.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this strong ass scene right here. This is gonna hit even more because he said this is what his therapist. Like he's with his therapist. He's with his therapist. Check it.
I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that pains me hate the
Did he say
way
it?
that I feel when the loving going to therapy lately. Cause
Yeah,
the
right here.
cause and effect made me hate the way that
Woo, cause the cause and effect made me hate. Woo!
we're intertwined. I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real. Cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me, pressure of safety, pressures of
What?
promises that turn to
I wonder if that's what happens to me.
cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure.
This part right here with the love.
Way that I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure.
When the loving gets real, I just want to go and escape. Damn, that hit a little bit too close to home. Almost like you were so used to seeing that definition of love. Oh, so now what does love look like? So that definition of love, you're used to seeing that definition. So as you're getting older, you're thinking what you're doing is correct, but it's really it's probably wrong. But in reality, that's what you saw coming up. So in your sponged mind, that's not even a word. Your mind is a sponge. That's what you know what the fuck I'm trying. Your mind is a sponge. So you observing that and absorbing it, growing up, you thought this was the right way to do. I can't express love because I don't even know what it is. So what does your love look like? That's crazy.
Made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me, pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes, pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid.
Woo, see?
So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid.
He said these wounds that I got were created as a kid. You see what I mean? What I said before, what you see, that message in the beginning. You are the product of what you see. What he's seen as a kid, it drove him crazy, but he didn't know that until he's getting older, wondering why do I push love away? Why do I handle emotions like this? Boom.
Been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete.
The cycle repeats. What he saw, he was repeating it without unintentionally hurting people, probably. Damn, I wonder if. Damn. This did hit more closer to home now watching the visuals than the audio reaction that I did. Because now I'm thinking about it because it's like, damn, as you were a kid, you don't really notice shit until you start getting older. I should get a motherfucking therapist, right? But this is my therapy right here. Music, but this makes you want to actually go talk and be like, damn, what do I have inside that? that is so hidden that one day you're just gonna snap out and all that. Yo, that's crazy. This song.
Just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete.
You see here, the shouting, that's why he's under the pillow, they were shouting. She's like, yo, you played me. You been down the street with, you know who the fuck you was down the street with. And he's like, yo, what are you talking about? I wasn't there. What are you talking about? You know, and sometimes love is such a fucking, there's so many complex things with love that hate and love, they match. Because you could love somebody so much, but then hate them. But even if you say you hate them, you forgive. You see, like, they were arguing. Ren's parents was arguing. Yo, why was you cheating on me? And he, at the end of the day, she forgave.
Dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats. Every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete. Mothering peace, a vision of love. A lesson that fused with the cells in my blood. A lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and that love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him. The words that he spoke cutthroat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created. And I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mom, and my...
Look at that scene right there. Right after he said those lines, that his father sat him down in the car and let him know love could be complicated. Just getting him ready. Getting him ready to, like, this is one of the worst news you're ever going to receive. But you're receiving it as such a young child that as you're growing up, you think you forget. But that pain always stays there. It just comes out when you least expect it. That's crazy. Look at the picture right there. He's like, yo, where you going? You live right here. Where you going? Like, that is right there. Like, you're wondering, where's that? Where's he going? Where is he going? Now, this reconciles with me a little bit because when I was around 11, my mom grabbed me and my sister. My sister was just born. Grabbed both of us up, moved our ass to Puerto Rico. We were in New Jersey, so we moved to a whole different kind of, you know, never wondered why, never asked. That's one thing I do regret before my father passed away. I should have asked him, like, what the hell? I kind of had an idea of what was going on, but after, like, my mom talked to me and stuff, and now as you get older, you kind of mentally, visually see that shit. So that's crazy. Now, this song is making me talk. For some reason, it's therapy. This is therapy music.
Co-created and I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new man. Strong for my sister, my mum at a loose. Confused, but moving through the confusion. My born new love feels...
They said I had to grow up. I had to grow up fast because I had to be there for my mom and my sister. Damn.
And strong for my sister, my mum at a loose. Confused, but moving through the confusion. My born new love feels fake like what does your love look like? Does it tell you're inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother. Does it make you feel like a fist in your windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating you, but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold night. What does your love look like?
You see their faces, bro? It's like they let shit out making this record, so they feel better. Because they're, like I said, they're probably at that point that they just stop caring what people think, and they just want to let it out. The story of why their love and affection is probably so misconstrued and fucked up. And it's why you're so detached from feelings. Like, you feel like you don't need fuck out of here with them shit, you know? Like, look at their face. Like, they put their heart and soul into this.
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving.
It's repeating the cycle. The video's repeating the cycle.
How hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the soul for you. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my
Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. My fucked up past, your past, it's not letting. It's blurry here, man. It's not letting us connect, man.
Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues, too many issues at play. You yell fast, I get quiet, you wanna see more passion. I've seen what real yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in a wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never.
Yo, Token went old school on this. He could have texted this to her, right? Nowadays, he said, yo, get me the 5-star notebook. I'm gonna put this here for her. Old school, because for some reason, when you used to write, it felt like it was almost like you soulful. Writing a song on this, I mean, it might be for the newer generation, but he put it down on the 5-star notebook.
But I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What is
Pretty sure that's what a lot of the magic
change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
Directed by Ben Prowl and Token. That's dope. Token is behind the directing now? Shit. I think he's been behind the directing, honestly. But, yo, this is therapy music. It made me start thinking about my goddamn past and my childhood and why I'm so emotionless. Because I guarantee you, any girl that I've been with will tell you that I'm so always emotionless. Like there's nothing behind these eyes. Like there's emotion. Like it's crazy how this song makes you think this shit. Because a lot of people won't even want to admit this shit. Like, why am I so fucked up? And then you think about trauma, childhood trauma, and that's probably one of the worst traumas you can have because you're not noticing that you're going through these things, but you're so used to seeing that it made it okay for you to be like that until either you go seek therapy or somebody really tells you, yo, what's going on with you? Like, you ain't got no heart. What's wrong with you? And then you tell them people to fuck off because that's what we do, right? Instead of taking some advice, really get the hell out of here. You're crazy, you know? And our generation, they used to say if you went to a therapist, you crazy. But, you know, letting shit out does help, you know? Not that I have gone to a therapist, but I have let some shit out, which is in consideration going to therapy because our mind works in very, very mysterious ways. And what if you snap one day and you don't know why? And it's that shit inside. Man, shout out to Token. Shout out to Ren, Mr. Boston, Mr. UK. Damn, the visuals hit me more. Shout out to these guys, man. This is gonna be a record I gotta show some people, man. Like I showed a few heads, but now with the therapy and the yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. But shout out to Token. Shout out to Ren. This song is amazing. And we're here to support Token and Ren, man, because they make good music and why not support, right? So, yo, until next time, my people, go show these guys some love, sub up. And you already know, until next time, it's a round away J. And don't forget it.